Hello everyone, Chocolate Noisette here for another video review of the Cadbury Dairy Milk Jingly Bells Hazelnut Cream. Yeah, so basically one of their Christmas range, so very excited for this one as always. I've just done the Hazelnut Noisette. Yeah, so we'll see now what the difference is. Well, I'm quite sure I know what the difference is now, but of course check that review out. I feel like I know what this one is. This one's got slightly more calories in. There's slightly different, but they're pretty much of a muchness really. I imagine it's just very much the filling's just different. Just speaking of the fact I've done other reviews, I've done about 680 odd now I think at time recording, maybe even more actually. So in this corner there'll be a link to a playlist of all of my reviews, so please check that out after you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel. Hugely appreciated. And if you're in a position to do so, I have a Patreon and the YouTube member program going on as well. So the member program, basically, depending on the level you pick, but read it carefully of course, but essentially you can see exclusive videos to the channel. So if you enjoy this channel, if you like my reviews, that'd be a great way to support me, because you're supporting the channel, and B, even more importantly, you're getting something back. So it'd be really appreciated. But if you're not in a position to do that, obviously liking and subscribing is perfect, and leaving a comment or free, always really appreciated, and I always love hearing from you as well. So so please do that. At least it'd be great to hear from you. Okay, so back onto the review. Enough with the spiel. I do every time here, so I do apologise, but thank you very much for humouring me. So we got basically hazelnut. Is this the paste? Hazelnut cream. The other one was the paste, wasn't it? Yeah. What does it actually say? Milk chocolates with hazelnut cream filling, 52%. And per 2 pieces, 93 calories, 6 grams of fat, 2.9 of which are saturates, per 100 grams, 565 calories, 36 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. And it's an 82 gram bag. There'll be 10 of them in here. It says portions per pack roughly 5, and it's per 2 pieces. This is 16.4 grams of fat, 16.4 grams. That's nearly 93 calories, 6 grams of fat, 2.9 of which are saturates. So fair trade to vegetarians. It's got cocolife.org. It's got the Queen Approved symbol on it. Queen Approved. You can't read any of it, but it says something like by appointment of Her Majesty the Queen, but I can't read it. Oh, well, I can actually a bit. Something along those lines. Now it's got a very spurious design, so I didn't comment much on it on the previous video, but review of the other one. But they're all roughly meant to be bell-shaped water, and you can see there that green one there has like a the typical bell thing, that line, and it's got some stars above it. But when I opened the other one, now interestingly, it did look like it just had loads of pock marks on it, but it was actually star designs on the actual chocolate itself, and you can see it on that one there. But the bell design doesn't extend on it; it's just purely chocolate. So the bell design is very much, I don't know, it's only on the wrapper. I don't quite get it. They're spherical anyway, so it doesn't really work. Bells aren't really spherical. They're sort of like, well, bell shaped, aren't they? So it's a very spurious design. You can see all the musical notes as well. So yeah, but it's different at least. It's a different take on, I guess, a winter Christmas product. So interesting. Yeah, they're all individually wrapped. They sort of come. Well, I'll show you when I open it. But basically, I'm sure you could fit all of this into the bottom half of this. Well, the bottom not half, bottom quarter. Alright, I think we should give it an open. So let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay, I want to give these, Cadbury Dairy Milk Jingly Bells Hazelnut Cream versions an open. So there's a Hazelnut Noisette one as well. It's got hazelnut paste in there. This one's got hazelnut cream. So there should be 10 in here. And there is, which is good. Yeah, so you can see, and here's the difference basically. So got the green ones here. Now I think the green looks a bit more pistachio-like. Not too sure I'm a fan of the colour. Not quite as nice as the other one. Opened, there's a lovely smell came out of them. I can't really smell anything from these ones really. It's a small smell, but not too special. You can see there's a sort of bell design on the wrapper, but it's a bit spurious. I mean, if you looked at that, you would never think that was a bell, even with the wrapper. You can see there's massive flourishes on there as well, but it's just, I don't know what you can make of that really. It's a sweet type wrapper. So there you go on the inside as well. You can see the stars are just all the way around it. The bell design is completely lost once you get to this point. So it's very, but it's nice looking stars, but they do look like pock marks. They don't look like stars, unless you really look closely. So it just look like damage really. I'm not too sure whether I like that or not. So it's 2.5 centimeters in diameter. Let's give it a cut. Okay, there we go. yeah, so you can see clearly it's two halves basically. I've not cut that perfectly. That's just how it was, and it's been sealed together. I cut it on the seam, so you can see there's that clean cut there. So you can see there's a bit of a lip where the filling doesn't quite reach the top of each half. So let's measure the yeah. So chocolate's quite thick on the inside. It's about 3 millimeters, 2 to 3 millimeters, and the centre itself is about 2 centimeters wide. So yeah, it's about 2.4 centimeters diameter, and I say the filling itself is about 2 centimeters. So maybe 1.9 to 2, depending on where you measure it. So yeah, so it's about 2 to 3 millimeters thick on each side as well. Alright, yeah, looks very nice. I think there's a bit of a smell coming from it, not much. I reckon these ones are going to taste like Kinder Buenos, that kind of consistency. The other ones were, let's say, a bit more. Yeah, well, the other ones were had a bit more give to them when you bit into them. So we'll see what these ones are like. I reckon they're just going to be very creamy. But yeah, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay, I was going to do these Cadbury's Dairy Milk Jingly Bells Hazelnut Cream. Essentially the cream one. So there's a Noisette version. This is the Hazelnut Cream one. So open the fresh one. Let's have a see. Okay. Yeah. Let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Well. Okay. The difference is not as prolific as I thought it was going to be. This one's very much. This is what I thought the first one would taste like. Basically. Yeah, this is more like hazelnut praline or whatever. I don't know, but the first one's labelled as a noisette, and I don't know. This one doesn't taste like a Kinder Bueno or whatever. It tastes more like a straight up praline. This one, basically hazelnut praline. Yeah. So it does have a bit more of a hazelnut taste in the noisette one. Yeah. This one, and it doesn't quite doesn't have the sort of fudgy, squishy texture as well that the other one has. A slight squishy texture. This one doesn't. Yeah, so it's they're very interesting products. They're clearly you know, I'm a strange set of products really. Very un-Cadbury like, I think, but they do have dairy milk in there. But I feel like the concept is probably lifted from another brand that's Mondelez's own, who own Cadbury, and they've obviously put a dairy milk take on it, I think, for the UK market or whatever. But they don't really strike me as a Cadbury product at all. But nonetheless, they're quite nice. I think yeah, the difference as well. I would say that I definitely prefer the Noisette one. This one, you know, this one's a bit more typical. It's just what it's what you'd expect the other one, both of them, to be like. Really, this one, it's very much just a, you know, it's like having a typical sort of hazelnut sort of praline taste that you get in something not quite Ferrero Rocher's, but you know, it's something, you know, it's just a typical taste that you get. It's that kind of thing. It's a bit more thicker than Ferrero Rocher's, but you can taste the hazelnuts in this one more. The hazelnuts are not prominent at all in the other one, really. They're very much prominent. The taste is very much prominent in these ones. So if you're a hazelnut fan, you love hazelnut taste. This is probably for you. But the texture in the other ones, it's really nice actually. I really like the texture in the other one. It's very, it's lovely. In this one, it's just, as I say, it's just a cream, you know, and it is labelled as such. It's not like you can really hold it against it, but well, because it's not what you expect. It's not massively different though. It does seem to have a bit of a there's a similar consistency to an extent. It just doesn't have the resistance that the other ones does. The other one, as you bite into it, kind of resists. It's as if it concertinas into a bit of a more of a solid taste at the solid, you know, substance at the bottom of it. Whereas this one, it doesn't. But other than that, it tastes the same. There's a similar texture, really, I'd say. So an interesting one. I think there is definitely room for both. They're both very different, even though you'd think they're both very similar. And I must admit, I was thinking, what's the point? I can't understand what the difference would be, but there is a difference, and it's a clear difference, and I think this one's a lot nicer. Yeah, definitely. It's more on my street anyway. This one's more your typical praline. So if you like pralines, you know, it's that sort of very sort of creamy, you know, hazelnut sort of or almond it could mean, but it's hazelnut in this case, paste, whatever. You know, it's very sort of, yeah, very creamy, very, you know, it's not overly creamy this actually, but it's like, you know, it is a cream filling as such, a bit more like a truffle actually, I'd say, truffle centre really. So it's not overly creamy, I don't think. So it could have been a bit of a poor description I gave there, but hopefully you know what I mean. Yeah, I think there's definitely room for both. If you like that kind of thing, this is one for you. If you're the typical, if you what you assume is a noisette and hazelnut sort of pasties, this one is the one. You know, this sort of the green one basically is the one you'd expect. But if you want something a bit different, a bit nicer, and definitely a nice texture and a nice taste, more chocolatey as well, less hazelnutty, this is the one to go for. And this one definitely floats my boat more out of the two. But as I say, you know, it doesn't have as much hazelnut impact as these ones do. So if that's what you're after, then maybe this one's the one for you. But I'd say the texture's on the other one. In fact, it's more chocolatey on the middle as well. And yeah, it's just more interesting. It's just definitely more interesting. This one's okay for me. I think for me this one's probably a 3.5 out of 5. A high 3, a low 4, but I'm going to say 3.5 out of 5. It just isn't quite as exciting for me. But the other one, yeah, it knocks out of the water, I think. So definitely check them out. But as I say, I think you'll know if you like this one, because if you're into typical, what I would normally have referred to as a praline, because the one's referred to as a, well, yeah, this one's more of a hazelnut praline. This one's a noisette, which is not too far away, but it's just a bit more, has a bit more of a texture to it. At least in this case. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for this one. Check out my review of the other one and see more about it. But as I say, that's where my money is. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that review. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon if you can. Check out the YouTube member program also if you're able to do so. And either way, leave a comment on me. I always get back in touch. Always great to hear from you. It truly is. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.